Well, hey there, folks. This here's going to be a more in-depth video of the 2012 Ford F-150 Super Crew Platinum that I recently picked up. I did one when I first got it, just kind of walked around it. I'm going to do a little bit more on this one. Just want to kind of show you what condition it's in. It's in just immaculate condition here. Let me go over to the other side. Got it here in my driveway. So got a bunch of stuff around me, but just want to kind of show it here. And then there's the last view of it out here. I just wanted to get all four corners and sides. It does have a really nice Lear fiberglass carpeted tonneau cover on it. And there's no fading or anything on this paint anywhere. It was a one-owner vehicle and it was garaged all of its life, and it really shows. You know, most of these trucks, when you get them, the first thing you have to do is buy a new front and rear bumper because, you know, people have hit it or it's got dents on it or whatever. Not the case on this vehicle. You can just see how clean everything is on this vehicle here. I don't know how this is going to show up because it's midday and the sun's out. Now, some of you guys who have newer vehicles, you know, a lot of this stuff is just going to be standard, you know, stuff to you. But for someone like me who primarily buys and drives older vehicles because I don't believe in having a car payment or going into debt, I don't buy something unless I can just pay cash for it. So this here, you know, this is about as new as I wanna get into for the money. But you know, these new vehicles might have a lot of this stuff standard, but for 2012 on a Platinum, this thing is just, it's loaded up pretty good. I know the Ford Sync I think it's in its third generation now. I'm guessing this is probably the first generation Sync. I'm not sure. It's a 2012. The Escape over there across the street, it has it. I believe that's the first generation. Like I said, I'm not sure, but they both have the Sync. The difference is in the Platinum here, you can just talk to it, do voice commands, you know, which I don't know. I don't know who needs to talk to their truck to tell it to turn the AC or the heat on or, you know, which radio station to play. But if you want to, hey, it's got all that. It's all voice activation. You can do the GPS in there. You can do all that stuff. I haven't even paired my cell phone to it yet, and I probably won't, just because I'm old school. I like to wear a Bluetooth in my ear and don't like it going through the car speakers. That's just me. I've got the you know, I've got the same thing in the Jeep right here, Bluetooth and hands-free and all that stuff. And I don't I don't even use it. I just use my Bluetooth. But anyway, that's me. So the body on here is just super clean. I mean, there's no dings or dents in it anywhere, which is a miracle. You know, my luck, the first Walmart parking lot I go to, I'll park way out in the middle of nowhere and I come out and, well, you know, someone will bash a door into it or something. Let me get this side here a little better too. And yes, like pretty much all of my vehicles, if somebody is interested in this truck and they make me a good offer, well, you know I'm not going to say no. I'll let it go. Okay, so here's the front of it here. You can see the grille, the hood, the windshield, everything's in really nice condition. You know, it does have some little minor rock chips and stuff on the bumper there, but nothing that just can't be touched up in 5 minutes. Just gonna kind of walk down here on the side. Hopefully the camera's picking all this up. I can barely even see because it's so sunny out. Just want to show what kind of shape it's in here. All right, let's go down here on this side. Even the headlights are just in phenomenal condition because it was garaged and it was always detailed. And of course, I've went through and I've checked every little thing on this truck to make sure everything works exactly like it's supposed to, which it does. You know, all the power seats, the windows, the locks, the factory power running boards, um, all the bulbs, you know, reverse lights, parking lights, brake lights, license plate lights, headlights, fog lights. Just, you know, I went through, made sure everything works. The high mount stoplight, all the lights in the mirrors, you know, for the blinkers in the mirrors, all the functions in the mirrors, the power folding mirrors. Um, I don't know. There's so much more stuff on this truck. It's crazy, but I've went through everything. Um, you know, the elderly gentleman that had this, he was, I believe he was 88 years old when he sold this. His son actually sold it for him, but I did meet him. He was 88 years old, and he looked pretty good for his age. But I'll tell you what, he really took care of this truck. And he replaced it with a brand new Ford product, a brand new Lincoln, um, like a crossover type SUV. I don't even keep up on the Lincolns anymore, but you know, one of the top of the line little Lincoln crossover SUV type things, and that's what he replaced it with. But yeah, he really took care of it. You know, he did all the oil changes right when they were due. He used the correct oil. He had the transmission serviced on time. The truck has newer brakes on it. You can see the brake pads on all four corners are look pretty much new. Um, yeah, he just really maintained things right. The paint's nice and smooth. You can tell he had it cleaned and detailed. You know, there's no like contamination in the paint like you find with well every other vehicle I buy, and you have to buff it out or clay bar it or something. This one here doesn't have any of that. Okay, so here's the tonneau cover lifted up. It is carpeted under there. And I did put my tote in there with all my, you know, all my emergency items. If something happens, I always keep, you know, stuff with me. So I can plug a tire, I can air up a tire, a toolkit. I, anyways, yeah, that's why that's in there. But you can see the inside of the bed's real clean. He's always had this rubber mat down on the bottom here. Let me go ahead and drop the tailgate down. Okay, so here's what she looks like with that tailgate down. It does have the factory step that pulls out there and the little handle that pops up. So if you're not familiar with the Fords, this is an option here. They give you this step that comes out of the tailgate, so you can step right in there, and the handle, so you can pull yourself right up in there. And of course, being a fully loaded Platinum, of course you got your factory tow package on there, you got your receiver hitch, and you got your 7-way and your 4-way right there from the factory. It does have the rear um, parking aid, you know, so it beeps when you back up so you don't run into something. That's probably why there's no scratches or dings on this bumper. See how clean that bumper is. And of course, it has the rear view camera under the Ford emblem right there. In all four corners, the tail lights and the headlights are just flawless on this truck. There's the other side there. You get the back window here. It does have the power slide rear window. And I do want to get the top of this. It is definitely hard for me to see through my viewfinder. I want to show you the hard tonneau cover is in perfect condition. And this one also has the factory moonroof inside. All right, the sun's out, so it's kind of going to cast a shadow on some stuff. Here's the driver's side front door panel here. I go inside here. Let you look at the dash and everything. Now remember, this is an 11-year-old vehicle now. It does have the center console shifter there, which is nice. Has a 6-speed transmission. You can manual shift it if you want to. Has the manual mode on the side there. Has a sync system. You can use all those buttons there to control your radio and your AC and all that, or you can do it on the touch screen, or you can just talk to it, whatever you want to do. It does have the factory locking rear differential there, and the factory integrated brake controller right there. And that there, those buttons, that's just to control the ambience lighting under the dash, in the cup holder right here, on the back on the floorboard. You can change the colors and the brightness of it and whatnot, or you can just turn it off. It does have the power adjustable pedals, which is awesome. I have that in my 2000 Ford Expedition. They had it back then, and it's just awesome if you're a shorter person. So this right here controls those. This here is your power telescoping and tilt steering wheel. And of course, controls for your lights. It has auto lights if you use those. I don't use those. I haven't even tried this. I guess this is the timer, it looks like, for the auto lights. And here in the middle of the dash, the screen there, you can go through all your options here and check a bunch of different things. And of course, here's your cruise control. Here's some controls for your stereo, or if you want to talk to the thing, you just hit the media and it listens for your voice. You can answer your call. You know, that I know steering wheels now have probably 3 or 4 times as many buttons as this, but in 2012 this is pretty good. But beautiful gauge cluster, no scratches or anything, just beautiful. Just look at the, I guess this is like a brushed, they call it platinum. Is that like a brushed stainless steel? That's what it looks like to me. But if you just go through here and just look at everything, just how clean it is, and it's got like this cool looking blackish gray, like marble wood looking stuff. I'm sure it's just plastic, but it does look good. It does have the Sony sound system with the factory subwoofer, and it's there's no reason to change it out. It sounds awesome. You can just see how clean it is in here. Just really, really well maintained in here, and all the door jambs and everything, and just super clean. Of course, the driver's seat's going to have a little wear on it because it's 11 years old and it does have some mileage on it. But overall, not bad at all. It's not ripped anywhere. I think I'm just going to order some of the dye. I can order the factory color. Just put a little dye on there and probably you won't even see it. These are heated and air conditioned seats, and they work. It blows cold air out of these. It really cools you off. I haven't tried to heat it yet because there's no reason to, because it's Still warm here, about 80 degrees today. See the passenger side over there. You can see the center armrest, just how clean it is. You know, most vehicles I go look at, honestly, they look like people have locked a dog in them or a cat, and they've just like scratched everything up, and it's crazy. This one, just beautiful. Here's the factory moonroof there, which that's all power, sliding, tilting. I don't ever use these. I don't ever open them up. My thought is if you leave it alone, it's something less to break. And if it is going to break, you already know it's going to break when it's open. So I don't even touch these. But the headliner is just, I mean, immaculate in here. Just absolutely beautiful. Now this is the driver's side, so this is going to have the most wear of anywhere. And as you can see, it has the factory floor mats in it. I've already ordered some brand new, laser cut husky liners for it. I know a lot of people use the weather guard or the weather guard ones, but I prefer the huskies. They're a little cheaper and they're every bit as good. But if you lift it up, there's absolutely nothing under that carpet. It's like brand new, just beautiful. And of course, being a platinum, it does have the power boards on it. Here's the passenger side here. You can see it's just beautiful, beautiful condition here. Also has a full adjustable power seat on the passenger side. Just want you to look at the carpet in here, just how beautiful it is. I know it's kind of hard to see with the sun, but just gorgeous condition. Like no scratching down here on the kick panels, just really just so clean. There's the passenger side door here, door panel. Just very nice. No like sun bleaching or scratching or anything. Just man, that's why I bought it. Just so clean. All right, here's the passenger rear door here. That's just a sunshade I keep under the seat there, but you can just see how beautiful the carpet is in here, clean everything is. These seats do fold up. There's the factory Sony subwoofer right there. It sounds good. There's no reason to modify the sound system in here. You can see how clean the underneath of the seats are and everything. Usually all this has drinks and sticky M&Ms and all kinds of stuff spilt everywhere. All right, here's the driver's side rear. It has a 12-volt plug, and it does have a 120 volt there power inverter built in. You want to power a laptop or something like that. The side here lifts up as well. See how flawless it is under there. And of course, there's the other power running board there. I'll go ahead and shut the door. Okay, here's under the hood. I haven't cleaned or done anything under the hood, so it's dusty. It does have the 5-liter Coyote V8 32 valve dual overhead cam engine, as you can see by those big old wide cylinder heads. Same platform that's shared with the Mustang. But you can see there's no leaks. The coolant's clean, the brake fluid's clean, everything's at the right level. I checked the air cleaner. I'm not a fan of the K&Ns, even the drop-ins. It does have a K&N drop-in, but it's very clean. Um, it's not going to hurt anything. I just prefer a paper air filter. I feel like it traps a little more. Yep. Good old Coyote. It looks like it's real easy to work on too. And then here's the very front where the grill goes. You got a huge air conditioning condenser in there and radiator. I'm guessing that right there is probably the transmission cooler. It could be in the radiator, I'm not sure. It's either an engine oil cooler or a transmission cooler. But yeah, massive AC condenser in here and radiator. And of course, before I purchased it, I went ahead and scanned it, made sure there was no codes, no pending codes, made sure all the monitors were set so I knew everything's legit. You know, they didn't disconnect the battery or reset it. And I've already got a few hundred miles on it, and it's perfect. Everything about this truck is just flawless, perfect, super smooth. They've really come a long way with trucks to make these things just ride excellent. And you got to think, this is a 2012. Can you imagine what the brand new ones ride like? Probably better than a Cadillac did back in the day. It's pretty crazy. But I can understand because, you know, this is what Ford, GM, and Dodge are pushing. They're pushing these big trucks, so they really have to refine them. And this one is refined very, very well. It's a joy to drive. The steering is dead on, especially with the rack and pinion steering. The electric rack and pinion, you know, the electric. Well, most of them all have electric steering now, but it's precise. It's dead on the freeway. It's just a beautiful vehicle to drive down the road. It really is. So, anyways, folks, here's my dilemma. When I bought this, being a super crew, you know, short box, I figured it's going to fit in my garage because my old 2001 super crew short box, it could fit in the garage. Well, I didn't take into account that those doors are, both of them are a heck of a lot bigger than that 2001. This truck is 19 feet long from bumper to bumper. So the way I have my garage set up right now doesn't fit. If I keep it, it's going to be garage because I'm not going to let the sun eat it up. So I'm going to have to definitely rearrange a lot of stuff in there. That leads me to kind of, you know, just keeping my mind open. If someone wants to buy it, here it is. It's probably one of the cleanest 2012 F-150 Platinum Super Cruise you're going to find. I mean, it is just gorgeous. So it's kind of where I'm at. I can make a few bucks off it. Someone else will be real happy. And at the end, here's another dilemma. Do I keep this? Do I sell this? If I rearrange my garage for the truck, this has to go out because I only have a 2-car garage and I have shelving and, you know, I've got a lot of stuff in my garage. So, yeah, kind of don't know which one to sell and what to do, but that'll be decided in the future. So, anyways, there it is, a pretty detailed look at it. And like I say, I went through it top to bottom. Like I do on all vehicles. I'm super meticulous, and this thing is perfect. Or I should say, as perfect as you can get for a 2012. So, if anyone's interested, here it is. If not, we'll see what happens. My next trip I take, be going about oh, probably about 600 miles. I'm taking this one because it just rides so darn good. Anyways, guys, thanks for looking, and I appreciate it. If anyone's interested, let me know. Y'all be good out there.